Hello, everyone. Welcome back. In my previous video, I told you about the three elements of a transition plan. That's why this sandwich is sitting here, so that we think about a transition plan as a sandwich, has three parts: the top, the bottom, and the part in between. Well, today I want to tell you about my transition plan and my experience with building that transition plan so that you take what I learned and you will be more courageous to build your own. So, my story starts with us buying a new car. And my story is a little bit silly because I've been driving a car for almost 20 years. And then me and my husband decided that we're going to buy a new car. And I was super excited about it until we bought the car and we parked the car in the garage. And then something happened. I wouldn't get in it, I wouldn't drive it. I just kept driving the old one. And my husband kept asking me what is going on, and I had no answers. So maybe you're going through a change right now too, where you yourself don't understand what's going on with you, and you don't have the answers as others are asking you what's going on with you. Because that's what happened to me. I didn't know why I didn't want to drive the new car, and I didn't know why I didn't want to let go of the old car. So I knew that something was up, and then I knew that I had to do something. And what I know to do is to apply the methods and tools that I share with engineers on myself. So, yes, I went through the three-part transition plan. The top for me was getting out of the old car. The in between for me was getting into the new car. And then the bottom for me was actually driving the new car. So let me walk you through the getting out of the old car. Wow, that came with so many emotions. First, I had to remember why I even got into the car. And I remember getting into the car because it was the first thing that I owned in my life in the United States. I left back home Romania. I came by myself with only a backpack and $100, and then I have built a life here. And the beginning of that life was earning enough to buy a new car with my husband, and that's what we did. So the old car represented my courage, my relentless work, my adventure, my adventurous spirit, and it represented my freedom. It was my ticket to go to places, to get to places, to start something new. And as you see, I'm smiling because um, as I was remembering all the things that this old car has given to me, all the memories, I celebrated them at the same time. I celebrated myself, I celebrated the car, and I celebrated us. Because without the car, I wouldn't be where I am today. And without all the work that I put into myself, I wouldn't be experiencing the change of having a new car, being able to buy a new car. So, yes, part of the transition plan is figuring out what you are letting go of, what you are saying goodbye to, and then saying goodbye to those things. And then I entered the in-between zone where I was okay getting out of the old car, but now it was, oh my God, getting into the new car. And that was scary. That was so scary for me. The old car, I knew it, how it worked, and I could drive it with my eyes closed. Not that I did drive it with my eyes closed, but you understand, I had a high level of comfort zone with the old car. With this new car, I was afraid of driving it because of the new technology that was in it, the new gadgets. I didn't know which button did what. I had all these fears, not just that I questioned myself as am I a good driver? Can I still drive this car? Am I too old to learn to drive this new car? I also started to have self doubts of, well, what if, I mean, I make a mistake and then I crash it, something happens, it's new, it cost us a lot of money. I definitely was afraid of all those horrible consequences that I imagined without even getting in the car and driving it. And this is characteristic. In this middle zone, in this in between zone, your fears will show up. You will start questioning yourself, your ability, your capabilities, pretty much everything. And you won't have really good answers as of why you're feeling the way you're feeling. I didn't know why I was afraid. I have been driving for almost 20 years. So it wasn't that I lost all those abilities to drive, to figure out the signs on the road, or to then learn the new way of driving a car, read the manual, the instructions, what the new buttons do. It was more about, well, it was about me not seeing why I wanted to get into the new car yet, until that moment that I realized that if I don't get out of the old car, if I don't let go of the old car, then my son won't have a new beginning. Because once he got his driver's license, that car, well, was for him to begin his independence, his driving, his new life in a way that now had the ability to for him to be mobile and independent from us, his parents. So it really hit me that the old car was that for me. It gave me the freedom to become who I was. And I realized that if I don't get out of the old car and don't get into the new car, I will rob him from the opportunity for him to begin something. And maybe this is an aspect that you didn't think about it in your change and as you're transitioning through a change, that if you never get out of your old way, old car, you might take away the opportunity for someone and someone that you love around you from them beginning something new. So that was really the reason for me to get into the new car. That gave me that understanding and that meaning and the celebration to say goodbye to the old car and now get into the new car. And once I was in, I remembered that I'm skilled, I'm capable, and I can figure things out. I can figure all these new buttons out. So I decided that I want to be in this new car, and now came all those emotions, the positive emotions of energy of then the new beginning, the bottom layer, the start of something new. Now I looked forward to learning about how to drive this new car so that it can take me places that maybe I was afraid to go before. You know, Seattle has hills and it's a little tricky to go with the manual. And then to have new capabilities that the old car didn't have. So I was excited to share the experience of driving, of traveling, of going on adventures with my family for sure. And I'm sharing this because I want you to remember that whatever change you're going through and you feel that you're not in control, you don't understand it, it's okay. I went through it as well. And for you to also know that you can create your own transition plan using the three elements that I went through: the letting go of the old, the being in between, and then the beginning. And you are able to figure out your emotions as well, to push through them, and then to not give up. That is what I wish for you, and I know that you can do it. Thanks for listening.